2025 marked the return of a fan favourite fighter to the LEGO Star Wars lineup in the form of the V-19 Torrent. The original LEGO V-19 released almost 20 years ago at this point, having come out in 2008. I never owned that original set as a kid, so when I heard that the V-19 was making its return in LEGO form, I was pretty excited to get my hands on it. Now that I have gotten the chance to build it, it has mostly lived up to my expectations. Let's talk about it. Starting off with the build experience of this set, I have to say that it was pretty enjoyable. This thing is solid, and that is thanks to the Technic brick-based core at the centre of this ship, which manages to give some much needed strength to what is admittedly a rather unusually shaped LEGO Starfighter, all the while not being overly complex in terms of its assembly. That solidity extends to the engines of the ship, which are assembled in two separate parts, helping to minimise the risk of the pieces sagging over time. There is more brilliant Technic usage to be found on the two main S-foils of the ship, with a simple Technic ball joint allowing for easy and smooth movement of the wings up and down, whilst also providing a durable, solid feeling to the wings. The V-19's rear vertical wing relies on a pretty simple connection between a bar and some clip pieces to lock it into both its flight and landed modes. Locking the wing into either orientation will create a pretty satisfying click noise, letting you know that everything is in the right place. I didn't expect this kind of connection to work as reliably and well as it does, so props to the designer on this one. I would perhaps be concerned about the risk of the clip pieces breaking in the long term, but only time will tell. Each of the main wings come equipped with blaster cannons as well as a tile shooter, and I love the brick-built splashes of red added to them. The cockpit area features some nice shaping on the outside, and I quite like the yellow used for the cockpit, which I know isn't to some people's liking. However, it is pretty faithful to the in-universe cockpit design seen in the Clone Wars show. We do see some stickers used in this set, as seen with the engine inlets at the front, red striping and Republic logo on the wings, as well as one being used inside the cockpit to give our pilot a nice little console. Positioning the two engine inlet stickers correctly was a little bit frustrating for me personally, and it's unfortunate to see that the white used for the Republic sticker doesn't match that of the actual white pieces used in the set, but it's not the end of the world by any means. Overall, I think that the stickers used in the set look pretty good, but a print or two would have been nice to get for sure. Thanks to both its size and sturdy nature, I think that this set offers a whole lot in terms of play value. Swooshing this set around is an absolute joy thanks to its shape, with the droppable wing making for a great handle to fly this Clone Wars icon around with. You can even twist and turn this thing in all directions and it's not going to fall apart or lose its shape. This set comes with 3 minifigures who all just so happen to be in with a shout of being amongst the very best minifigures that LEGO Star Wars released in 2025. First up, let's talk about the Clone Pilot. This minifigure features an entirely new and unique helmet mold for this set, with the fins seen on normal Phase 1 clone troopers being replaced by a smooth, finless design that is accurate to the in-universe Clone Pilot design. One interesting thing to note here is the print on the helmet for the visor, which is depicted as being longer on the box than it is in reality, and while I know that this has been a major drawback in some people's eyes, it's not something that I regard as being all that big of an issue. I still think the helmet looks really nice regardless. I really like the print used on the torso piece, which depicts the pilot's life support systems. Underneath is unsurprisingly the now standard and widely used tan-coloured clone headpiece, and in terms of accessories he does get a small blaster, although there's no designated spot to store it in or on the ship, which is a bit of a shame. Overall, I think that this new rendition of the Clone Pilot is a great minifigure. Next up is our first Asajj Ventress minifigure in 10 years, and I personally think that she was well worth the wait. The printing featured on the leg and torso pieces are both great, with the perfect shade of purple being used, alongside some great representations of the wraps seen on Ventress in the earlier seasons of the Clone Wars. Some arm printing for her wraps would have been appreciated, but their absence doesn't ruin this minifigure by any means. My favourite part of this Ventress minifigure is her face printing, which just looks so good. The skin tone, markings and blue eyes featured here are absolutely spot on, and I don't think that LEGO could have done a better job here. You couldn't have Ventress without her lightsabers, and I am so glad that LEGO decided to bring back the curved hilt piece for this set. It's the first time it's been in any LEGO set since 2016. And saving the best for last, we have General Kenobi. I know that I am not alone in saying that this Clone Wars Obi-Wan is hands down the best Star Wars minifigure of the year. There really is nothing that I can fault here in terms of design. The hairpiece is a perfect choice, both head prints look great, the torso printing on both the front and back is excellent, the leg piece is likewise brilliantly detailed, but the best part about this minifigure is the arm printing. The quality of the printing for the Jedi Order symbol on Obi-Wan is just stunning. I just really hope that this isn't a once-off for this minifigure only. There's no doubt about it, this Obi-Wan is right up there with my very favourite minifigures in my entire LEGO collection. Well done, LEGO. Is this Obi-Wan the best minifigure of 2025? Let me know what you think with a comment. I do like this set quite a lot for what it has to offer. It comes with 3 of the best Star Wars minifigures in recent memory, and the V-19 is a solid, easy to handle starfighter that offers plenty of play value. However, I do have 2 main issues with this set. Firstly, the price. As is seemingly almost always the case with modern LEGO Star Wars releases, this set just does not feel worthy of its full price to me. Granted, I don't think that this set is as egregiously overpriced as many other sets that we've seen in recent times, but regardless, this does not feel like €65 worth of stuff to me. I think a perfect retail price would be more like €50, which is close to the €48 or so that I bought this set for after factoring in shipping from the German Amazon website. Being a bit more realistic though, in today's world, €50 would be an unlikely price point, so I would settle at its full price being €55. For its full price, you really ought to be getting some more minifigures for the set, or, oh, I don't know, a stand to properly display your new Starfighter with, which brings me on to my second key complaint with this set. LEGO's decision to omit some sort of stand being included with this set is both disappointing and frustrating to me. This is by no means a new issue for LEGO Starfighters, with others such as this year's Arc 170 also lacking any sort of stand to accompany the ship, and the same issue also plagued the 2014 V-Wing. While other Starfighter sets have the same issue, I don't think any suffer as badly as the V-19, which simply lacks the visual impact that it is capable of offering with all three of its wings deployed to give the ship its iconic silhouette. Given that I own a 3D printer, I did decide to print this stand for the set, which you can find a link for in the description of this video, and seeing the V-19 display with the help of this stand only makes me even more disappointed that LEGO opted against including a stand. Overall, I like this set a lot. The build was nice, the minifigures are excellent, and the V-19 itself is a ship that I am so glad to see make its return in LEGO form after all of these years. However, both the price and lack of a stand really hold this set back for me. If you're interested in picking up this set, please try grab it at a discount and do not pay its full retail price. Anyways, those are my thoughts on the 2025 V-19 Torrent. If you have managed to stick around to this point, I'd like to thank you for watching, and if you have enjoyed this video, then please consider liking it and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, so that you don't miss out on more LEGO Star Wars reviews just like this one. With all of that being said, I've been Dave, and I hope that you have a great day.